Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I will be talking about Premier League Match Week 7 preview and prediction. Last week I didn't have a good result because there were some really surprise results, so therefore my prediction was not really good, but I hope I'll bounce back this week. So if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and please also give a big thumbs up, and the like target for this video will be 16. Wolves versus Crystal Palace. I think Wolves will be very disappointed with the result because they got a draw during the last minute, so I think Wolves will be very disappointed with themselves. On the other hand, Crystal Palace are having a good run of form, so I would expect this to be a very close game, and Wolves will dominate the possession, I think, and Crystal Palace will be sitting back. And for my prediction, I'm gonna go with Wolves to win this game. The score of 2-0. I think the reason will be Wolves' attack is getting better and better, and Jimenez is in very good form. But if Wolves defensively do have some problem, Crystal Palace is just going to break through the defense and score a counter-attack goal, and it will be hard for them to come back. But still, I'm going to back Wolves to win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Sheffield United versus Manchester City. Yes, Sheffield United form is very bad at the moment. But if you look at the losing margin, they've been losing by only one goal. So basically, if the strikers do step up, I think they can actually upset Manchester City. But at the moment, the strikers are not performing well. But if the strikers suddenly perform well, I think this is going to motivate a defender, and they'll defend much better than what they are doing right now. But still, I think the defense still some very solid defense, and I think Manchester City won't be able to score freely. I'm going to expect a very close game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sheffield United actually win this game or draw this game. But for my prediction, I'm actually going to go with Manchester City 2, Sheffield United 1. Burnley versus Chelsea. I think we can actually expect a close game because if you look at Burnley's recent two games, it was a 0-0 draw and a 1-0 defeat against Tottenham. So I think we can actually expect a close game, but I think Chelsea strikers will be a little bit too good. Yes, their form is not really good, but defensively, Chelsea are performing well at the moment, especially Kepa's not here anymore. So therefore, I think Burnley will give Chelsea a good fight, but I think Chelsea will be a little bit too good for them. Therefore, I'm going to go with Chelsea 2, Burnley 0. Liverpool versus West Ham. I think this is going to be a very good game, and it's going to be a very close game because Liverpool do have a lot of injury issue. On the other hand, West Ham are in very good form. So therefore, I think this is going to be a very good game. It's going to be a very close game. You'll see some attacking football from Liverpool, and we know West Ham are pretty good at counter-attack football as well. So I think we're going to expect a very close game, and I'm going to fancy a draw over here. I think Liverpool 1, West Ham 1. The reason is that Liverpool do have a lot of injury issues, so I think because of the injury issue, they will struggle a little bit against West Ham. Aston Villa versus Southampton. I think this is going to be a very close game and a good game. Aston Villa form, they are in a good form. The defeat against Leeds United was a 3-0 defeat, but if you look at the game, I don't think that was a one-sided game. Like, both teams do have some good chances, but Leeds United just took their chances, and Aston Villa did perform very well. On the other hand, for Southampton, they are performing very well recently. They also beat the Premier League leader Everton by 2-0. So I think they are in a very good form. But for my prediction, I'm actually going to fancy Aston Villa to win this game. I think it's going to be a very close game, very good game. But I think Aston Villa form is still good. Their performance is still not that bad. They perform very well against Leeds United. So I think Aston Villa will actually fancy themselves to win this game. And I think they'll win this game with a scoreline of 2-1. Newcastle versus Everton. I think this is going to be a very close game. Newcastle don't really have much injury issue. On the other hand, Everton do have injury issues and 2-player suspension. So I think this is going to be a little bit of a setback for Everton, and I think Newcastle form is pretty good. They're defending well. Despite losing 4-1 to Manchester United, I think they played well that game. Against Wolves, they were phenomenal in terms of defensively, and the free kick was also a very good free kick. On the other hand, Everton form, the last two games we saw them draw against Liverpool and a defeat against Southampton. So I think this is going to be a close game, and Newcastle will actually fancy themselves to win this game because of many injury issue with Everton. But for my prediction, I'm going to go with a draw also, and the prediction for me is Newcastle 2, Everton 2. Manchester United versus Arsenal. I think this is another good game to watch. Both these teams are performing well. Manchester United, they sometimes do have problems, but sometimes they do perform well. On the other hand, Arsenal, they are pretty promising this season, but they do sometimes lose some unexpected game like we saw against Leicester City. So I think this is gonna be a close game, but I'm actually gonna fancy Manchester United to win this game because the way they're playing football recently, they're playing some pretty good football. And if their defender don't mess things up, I think Manchester United will be a little bit too good for Arsenal. So therefore, if Maguire don't mess up Manchester United, I think Manchester United will win this game with a scoreline of 3-1. Tottenham versus Brighton. I think this is going to be a good game to watch. Despite the bad performance in Europa, I think Tottenham are performing pretty well in Premier League. On the other hand, for Brighton, I give this team a lot of chances, and I'm actually start to be pretty disappointed at this team, and I don't think they will live up to my expectation that I gave them in the early of the season where I thought they will finish 12. I think that is actually not happening the way they're performing recently. So therefore, I'm actually going to fancy Tottenham to win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Fulham versus West Bromwich. I think this is a good game to watch. Both these teams will be fighting for a win, but I think it's going to be difficult because both these teams will be playing some attacking football, so there will be a lot of spaces, and I think we'll expect a high scoring game. For Fulham form, I think if you compare them with West Bromwich, I think West Bromwich do have a better form because Fulham are showing some attacking football, but they're not playing well. On the other hand, for West Bromwich, their last 4 games, they got 4 draw and a defeat. So I think this is a very encouraging form line. So therefore, I'm actually going to fancy West Bromwich to win this game with a scoreline of 1-0. Leeds United versus Leicester City. I think this is a very good game to watch as well. Both these teams are a very good club. They don't really have haters because they are such a good club. So therefore, I think this is going to be a close game. Leeds United are playing some attacking football. They did drew against Man City, a defeat against Wolves, but then they did pick up 3 points against Aston Villa, and they played pretty well in that game. On the other hand, for Leicester City, their last 3 games is 3 wins, including 2 Europa wins. So I think they are also performing well. And I think this game is going to be a close game. Jamie Vardy will be a factor. But I think Leeds United will win this game with a scoreline of 3-2. So that's it for Premier League Match Week 7. I hope you enjoy my video. Please give a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next week.